All right, everyone, welcome back to Learning Hacks. Today we're going to be taking a look at double-digit multiplication problems. Let's dive into it. All right, hey, if you liked the video, you found it helpful, you want to support the channel, maybe consider dropping a like, drop a sub, do all that cheesy YouTube stuff. You probably have some money hidden away underneath your mattress at home. Why don't you just give that to the channel? That'd be pretty awesome. All right, double-digit multiplication can be very, very frustrating for students. But with some practice, just rest assured you can get it. All right, let's take a look at this. All right, so the first thing you want to do is what I teach my students is I cover up this problem that's near this number that's near the multiplication symbol right there. So really, I just treat this as 41 times 5. You can do 41 times 5. I guarantee you can. If you're learning double digit, you can do this. 41 times 5. Well, let's solve that. 5 times 1 would be 5. Okay. And then 5 times 4, that would be 20. Okay. Cool. So we did 5 times 1, 5 times 4. Boom. Now, then what we're going to do is cross this number out because we're done with it. Then, because we're switching place values, what we're going to do is we're going to put a 0 right there. You have to put a 0 there. It could be an X, a smiley face, a turtle, a jack-o'-lantern, I don't know, whatever. But you have to put a symbol there or a 0 there because then we're going to be going and doing 41 times 3. So this next part really trips up students. What we're solving is essentially this. We're doing 41 times 3, but I just put a 0 there to start out with, okay? So a lot of students want to do 3 times 4, and then go to 3 times 1. But that's kind of the opposite. You need to do 3 times 1 first, then go over, like you would solve it normally. So 3 times 1, that's 3. Then you have 3 times 4, that's 12. Not the neatest handwriting there, but it'll pass. All right, then you have to add this bad boy up. These two numbers here, 5 plus 0 would be 5, that's 3, 2 plus 2 is 4, and then that's 1. Okay? So, really just switching the place value and forgetting this 0 right there is really what trips students up the most. Okay, let's take a look at this. All right, here I have 51 times 23. So again, how I'm going to look at this is I'm going to imagine it's really just 51 times 3. Again, that's much easier to solve, right? So I have 3 times 1, that would be 3. Bad looking 3, but please don't roast me in the comments. All right, then I have 5 times 3, and that's going to be 15. Okay, so now I'm done with this 3, and I'm going to put a 0 below. I cross that off. You don't have to. I like to because it helps students kind of visualize that we're done with that. And then you have to put a 0 there, or a X, or a smiley face, or whatever. Now, again, you don't have to write this. I would encourage you to not to. It would, in fact, waste your time. But really, this next step, you're looking at it like it's 51 times 2 with a 0 there. So you're going to write your answer right in there. Okay? So first you would do 2 times 1, which would be 2. And then you're going to do 2 times 5, which would be 10. Okay? I'm going to add these two dudes up here. 3 plus 0 is 3. 5 plus 2 is 7. That's 1, and that's 1. All right. So, fairly simple. Now, it is frustrating. You just have to get used to it. And be sure when you're adding the numbers and you're writing this down, you have to write neatly, okay? If your place values are not lined up, it'll jack up your whole problem, okay? You can't be Mr. Sloppy Hand and can't write neatly, okay? All right, you got this. Good luck when you try this on your own. All right, bye.